Bueno, son las 6:04 de este martes 31 de marzo, último día del mes, directo, 2 seguidos, y partido clave, después de la debacle de simulación de ayer, que van a huevos, que hemos perdido contra uno de los peores equipos de la liga en simulación 2 veces, bueno, 3, de hecho, esto es horroroso, o sea, perdimos contra Utah, contra Minnesota y contra Utah en simulación. Pero es que habíamos perdido contra Utah en simulación. Nos han destrozado los Utah Jazz en simulación. En fin, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Menos mal que es un equipo amigo, que diría aquel. Me frenó muy pronto, como si lleváramos un San Martín. Bueno, venga, recompensa diaria. Let's go. Y no nos contaron la asistencia del Liu. 10 blocks, steel boost. Hoy es martes, todavía tenemos... no ha habido resultados. 76er Wizards, 76er Hawk Magic, Magic Celtics Heat, Celtics Pacers Bulls, Bulls Kings Raptor, Kings Bucks Rocket, Rocket Knicks Grizzly Knicks, Nuggets Jazz Nuggets. Y ya. Ah, no. Queda uno. Spurs Warriors. Spurs. Vale. Pues ya está. No me contaron. Hice 2 asistencias de Liup y no me contaron. Así que hoy otro montón de pérdidas. Ah, y además hay...
Ray, I feel like I missed out sometimes on like, I don't know, regular stuff by not going to college.
I hear that. But plenty of people wish they did what you did. I mean, a teenager on his own in Europe? That sounds pretty exciting to me, man.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Hey, you played in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I should know these things, but you're pretty quiet when it comes to your personal life, man.
Well, I keep on focused on the players.
You know what? No, you don't have to talk about it.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I just don't talk about it unless people are genuinely curious.
Color me curious.
Well, I was pretty good in high school. I won the state championship. And I got some interest from some big West schools. Wound up playing 2 years at UC Davis.
2 years at UC?
Yeah.
Why didn't you play longer?
Well, I got married young, and my wife was pregnant with my oldest, so I wound up doubling on classes and graduating early.
I mean, respect. You had to take care of your business.
Yeah, real life stuff, man. But it's okay. You know, I knew I wasn't good enough to go pro.
But still, I mean, it had to be hard leaving behind what you love.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I love basketball.
Well, I mean, how'd you get into coaching?
Even after I quit, I'd go watch practice. Eventually, the coach asked if I wanted to be a grad assistant, and it wasn't much, but it paid, and the rest is history.
La historia de nuestro coach.
And I'm proud that you got back to doing what you love, Coach.
There's always another path in, P. You just have to hang around long enough to stay in the game.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Bueno, y tenemos misión de Basile. PC Washington ha dicho que esta noche quiere hacer un partidazo contra ti. ¿Algún comentario? Venga, 10 puntos más que Washington. Venga. Es una misión de Basile. Que no sé si nos la han activado como misión de Basile. Y hay que ganar el partido. Va a ser difícil. Va a ser difícil. ¿Con qué camiseta jugamos? No, con esa no. Vamos a jugar con esta. O con esta. O peor. Con estas tapas. Oh, venga, preciosas. Vamos. Es misión de Basile. Entonces Vale, nuestro equipo está bien. ¿Ellos cómo están? Los Lakers. No está Luka Doncic ni Hardenstein. Joder. Y P.J. Washington se la pivot titular. Bueno, hay que meter muchos puntos. Venga, let's go. Espera, que hemos estado jugando a varios jugadores aquí. Vamos a probar hoy esto. Solo una prueba. Venga, let's go. Hay que ganar el partido. Lo metemos ya al arco iris. Venga, al máximo meridio.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound, Greg. Two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
And for MP specifically, these cup games have extra meaning. He's made it very clear he really wants to take this home.
And I think of this game 3 of the group stage as moving day. We separate the contenders from the pretenders. MP will have to step up, take on a big role tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Jalen Wells. Jaren Jackson is out there with MP. Then it's Morant.
Pues acaba la posesión.
Here is Keefe. Pass to Washington. Over to the left wing. Jackson against Ayton. 6 to shoot. Washington against MP. It's not going to go for him. And the league is still buzzing, Greg, about MP registering a quadruple double.
One of the greatest all-around games in league history. MP is an incredible talent, and you know he'll put on another show here tonight.
That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
That's to Keefe. Ayton at the elbow. Wells with the steal. Fires the 3.
Howard.
Good on the triple.
Vamos.
The defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice
Yo
job
quería, es que
finding
sí iba a ser
wide open
asistencia.
three.
And here is Ayton. Here is Keefe. Last time 14 points for him. They push it up 4 on 3. Off his foot. And it's being called a kickball.
Ha dado en el pie a Washington.
And here are the Grizzlies.
Venga.
He uses his vertical like that. I can get with it. I mean, athleticism should not be wasted.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, J.J. Redick had a few moments to share with me. The topic at hand, Ja Morant. His ability to completely dominate at times because he's so athletic and aggressive. Coach said we can't let him live in the lane. We have to keep bodies in front of him make him. You have
And you know MP hit the ground running in his career, but now he has passed Luka Doncic as the fastest to reach 5,000 points.
For a guy that came in with so much hype like MP, he has certainly lived up to it. Being a 5,000 points.
Solamente la rabia. Qué
The
rabia.
transition's been for MP to become a star in our league.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Stolen away. Here is Keith. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Ayton in the high post. Pass to Keith. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's LaRavia missing. Memphis leading. And MP throws it down hard.
Tell you what, MP's game makes you excited about the future of this league.
Here's LaRavia. Here is Keith.
Es un pase muy alto.
Lakers passing it around. Ayton inside. Guarded by Jackson.
Tapón de Jaren Jackson.
Out there by Jackson. His anticipation right at the rim, impressive.
Shot clock at 3. Here's LaRavia.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And here's MP. Him going a scoring rampage. There's the lob to Jackson. Stolen by Connect. Keith against Morant. Pass to Washington. Ayton in the high post. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Now Jackson. The dive for the ball. And Memphis turns it over again. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And proved it that game.
Those are chances almost always.
Y falta de pillo
to get you
pasito.
2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
He is on one right now, getting to his spots and executing.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Mucho con Ayton, ¿eh?
Here's Ayton. Shooting foul.
falta ya
As the
Jaren.
whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free
Ayton no
throws.
tira muy bien, ¿no?
That's on Jaren Jackson.
Ah, pues sí.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
To the wing right side. Pass to Keith. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Washington. Buries the long-range jumper.
Corners can be a little suspect for Washington, but he puts a smooth stroke on it this time.
And so here's Memphis. Outside Jackson. Now MP. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The 3 from Morant. It's good on the putback.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Pass to connect. Now Ayton, guarded by Jackson. And it's Ayton missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Down low, Montero, count that one. Montero's got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now here's Ayton. Inside, Morant with the steal. Now here's MP. He's got 13. Picked off in midair. To the paint. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Washington's got his second basket.
Clever dribble move by Washington. Threw off the defender there.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Hunter's checked in for the Lakers. Smart comes in for Keith. MP outside. Takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 16 points for him.
This is as good as it gets for first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. MP with it. He's got 16. Well-timed pass. And he goes to the bucket for the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Hunter. Aldama with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
To the middle. And Aldama slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Oh, man, you know, he'd love to have that one over.
And he lobs it up.
Ahora sí.
And Aldama slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Pass to connect. And here is Hunter. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's a screen by Washington. Back to Hunter. Oh, Ayton in position. No good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the dunk by MP.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had. And
so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Lakers. Vucevic comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And Vanderbilt subbed in for Dalton Connect. MP against Washington. And Vucevic kicks to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to end the drought. Aldama with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Vanderbilt with the steal. Now Hunter. Nothing on the board. Pass to Smart. Back to Hunter. Here's Vanderbilt beyond the arc. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game. Edey with a screen on Washington. And another turnover here by Memphis.
That's a real brain fade right there, a mental error, and it cost them a possession.
Smart against Jerome. Smart kicks to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Hunter, no one around him. Off target with his 3. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Grizzlies up by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, you know, so many of their came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Edey out there with MP. And it's Santi Obama. Then there's Ty Jerome. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, MP in the last matchup against New York was outstanding. He added 61 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Mark, we see more coaches nowadays keeping a cool-headed, calm demeanor on the sideline.
And Kevin, I love it. I mean, you don't have to yell and scream to get your point across, and every coach has to coach according to his personality, but I do like the fact that we see more coaches being mindful of how they coach and recognizing that overly demonstrative behavior doesn't necessarily improve the outcome.
Jerome, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Washington kicks to Vanderbilt. Pass to Hunter. Unloads from 13. And again, no good by the Lakers. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. MP deciding where to go with it. Back to Morant. Sinks that one from the post. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page.
Llevamos los mismos minutos, P. Washington y yo.
Defensively in that one. Gave way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Vanderbilt. Dalton Connect comes in for Hunter. And it's Keefe in for Marcus.
The kind of range this kid Connect has. Gotta guard as soon as he crosses half court.
Morant dishes to MP. Morant outside. He had a nice open look right there. Morant got 4 this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the big lead on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this. They've asserted their will and taking control on the glass.
There's a screen by Washington. And it's LaRavia missing.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances. I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in this MP passes to Jackson. Good. It's MP picking up the assist.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Connect with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
From deep Washington, Montero grabs the miss. Montero's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. To the inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. Washington against Jackson. Pass to Keith. Here's Laravia. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Keith's shot is good. Keith's got 6 points. And the Grizzlies leading by 20. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
The Lakers shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Washington against MP. Here's Connect. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Here's MP.
Qué
A
mal.
rebound by Washington.
Qué
No matter
mal.
how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Morant against Keith. Here's Vucevic, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Here's Connect. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Laravia.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
And here's Morant. 17 points for him last game against New York. MP passes to Clark. Clock at 6. That one good for 2. Morant's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's Washington missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Now here's Wells. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Washington against MP. From 12 feet out. And the rejection by MP. It's stolen by Vucevic.
Mal le he pedido.
It's Connect on the wing. The offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Connect's got 6.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
Washington against MP. Inside. Now the Lakers on the break. And he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
Boy, off the turnover that time, Washington doing a good job scoring because he hustled down the court.
Wells. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the Grizzlies leading by 21. MP with a screen on Keith. Back to Morant. To the paint. Here's MP. Great D that time from Vucevic. And the Lakers with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Washington finds Connect. A three-pointer, no good. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And that one's good by Clark.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Out to the right wing. Vucevic against Clark. And the rejection by MP. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And, you know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
Keith passes to Vucevic. Edey with the steal. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, the Lakers are always thinking title. Coach JJ Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. Back over to you.
Yep, eyes on the prize. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Ayton, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Connect. Los Angeles with another miss.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
Screen by MP. Down low.
Joder.
By Los Angeles. And
me ha caído Ayton de encima.
Matchup for them against the Grizzlies. Here's Connect. Trains it from beyond the arc. Connect's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's his third three-pointer now after hitting none in the opening period.
Jerome passes to MP. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Spencer.
Bien, Spencer.
Good, and the assist goes to MP. Montero's got 9 assists now tonight. Keith against Jerome. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Connect. A 3-ball. Here's Keith. Oh, good with the triple. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And if you've been following them closely this year, you know they're winning games by double-digit margins.
And making it look easy, guys. And when this team gets a lead down the stretch, they protect it as well as anybody in the game. They have become comfortable in dealing with adversity.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And so it's Memphis, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Nos está siendo un partido rarísimo. Ganamos de 20 y pico, pero no está saliendo bien. Cosa rara.
To see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it.
Tiene muchísimas canastas debajo de la canasta, pero
All right, and now
Corey
one of the
Kispert
more
y una segunda ronda del
highly
27 por Paul
anticipated
George.
Some news about
Se va Paul George a
trades to discuss.
Washington.
And that's all for us. Now
Paul George a Washington. Washington.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different.
No puede ser que siga jugando PG Washington, ¿no?
From the first 2. So far, it
Sigue
has been a
jugando PG
runaway.
Washington. Es inmortal. No se
And Los
cansa.
Angeles guys shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Washington out there with Ayton. Then it's Keith. Then it's Dalton Connect. And it's Laravia in at the small forward. That's J.J. Redick's 5 as we get into the second half. MP with it. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. That's now 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Lets it go with the 3. And Connect gets it to go. Connect's got 12.
That's why he's in this league. Connect is deadly from deep.
13 feet away. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Washington. No good on the 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. And MP throws it down.
That's something you'd like to see more out of Jackson, making plays for others.
Now Washington. Now Connect. The Grizzlies pull it in. Montero's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Lobbed up there for Wells. Stolen by Washington. Here is Keefe. He's got 6. Laravia with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's Connect. And he's good on the 3 ball. Connect's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for Los Angeles. Memphis has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from 3-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. To the middle. Here's Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
LA has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Ayton finds Connect. Over in the corner, Washington. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Pass to Montero from deep. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Keefe. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Tuesday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Brooklyn, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
6 to shoot. Here's Ayton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Sometimes it's the little things you do. Ayton, with a timely pump fake, gets himself to the line.
He hits the second from the line. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Stolen. And here's Washington outside. MP grabs the miss. Montero's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
Even though he's not the tallest power forward, Washington does have good bounce and a long reach. Plays bigger than he is.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Off the inbound, and MP throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's a look at some of the stats for Nikola Vucevic.
And you can see the
No puede ser que P.J. Washington siga jugando. Lleva 29 minutos.
Just by looking at that true shooting percentage, it's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Ayton sets the pick for Connect. And the 3 off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
MP inside. Washington's on him. MP's shot is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Washington. The Lakers moving the ball around. Hands it from downtown. Washington's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Now, LaRavia. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. From outside the arc. Connect. No good. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Here's MP. Rebounded by DeAndre.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
A big swat and rejection by MP. He had to really love that one.
Hunter's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Ayton. And the rejection by MP. Jackson setting the pick here for MP. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Pass to Washington. A 3 sinks the triple.
Mierda puta.
Washington's got 9 points here in the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Montero. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hunter against Jackson. For the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Something's growing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
They set the pick. Hunter down low, guarded by Jackson. Here's Washington, and the rejection by MP. Just 2 to shoot. Count that one. Ayton's got 9.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
And MP throws it down.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Pass to LaRavia. And here's Washington outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Montero with the second effort, and the layup is up and in. Montero's got 38 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Keith passes to Hunter. Inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Jerome passes to Spencer. Now Eldama. Over Hunter. Hunter with some nice defense. Lakers trail by 20. Here is Keefe. He's got 11. And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes.
No voy a creer que PG Washington va a jugar los 40 minutos, los 48 minutos. Es que no puede ser.
Now Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Jerome passes to MP. Deflects the pass. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Shoots over Jerome. Hunter on the wing. Here's Ayton. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. Ayton's got 13 points. Jerome with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Spencer. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 6. MP high post. Lets it go from 11. A rebound by the Lakers. Washington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, Smart with it. Misses the 3. Memphis leading by 16. Pass to Edey.
Joder, macho.
Called on P.J. Washington. That'll be his second foul of the game. Vucevic checked in for the Lakers. Cadet comes in for... Making a switch here. James is checked in. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Vucevic setting the pick for James. Pass to Vucevic. Over Jackson. And it's Vucevic missing. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Wells is out there with MP. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Morant. Count it.
He's been incredible tonight. Seemingly scoring at will. Really powering his team forward.
Lakers trail by 20.
Bronny James jugando.
Pass to Hunter. Over Wells. Here's Vucevic, and the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's stolen by Vucevic. Connect with it. Now guarded by Wells. Vucevic trying to get open. And Connect gets it to go.
Not just a jump shooter. Connect is very capable of capitalizing inside.
Out to the right wing. Morant looking around. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Vucevic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. And that one's good. MP.
And he's finally getting the feel on his second 3 of the half right there.
To the paint. Here's Hunter. takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you like to see that from Connect. Found the man with a better look.
Morant dishes to MP. Morant kicks to MP to the right side. 5 on the clock. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Lakers trail by 20. Pick by Vucevic. Hunter for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from MP. A rebound by Washington. For Los Angeles, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the 4th quarter. They're 7 of 12. Back to Vucevic. Pass to Vanderbilt. Pocket 6. And Vucevic kicks to Hunter. Here's Vanderbilt. No good on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Now MP. With 4 spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Memphis is going to be disappointing 2 or 6 on 3 attempts.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Andre Ayton's checked in for Vucevic. Jake LaRavia comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Keefe in for Hunter. Drills the 3-pointer.
You have to stay attached to Connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
Morant outside. MP sets the screen for Morant. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. LaRavia with it. Outguarded by Wells. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pass to LaRavia. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. LaRavia's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Now, MP. Off target from 3-point range. It's Connect on the wing. To the middle. Here's Ayton. Wells grabs the miss. For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. And stolen by Ayton. Here is Keefe. Here's Washington. 4 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 16-point lead. And Memphis with another turnover here.
Honestly, I have no idea what happened right there. That was wild.
Here is Keefe. Now LaRavia. Connect with it. Ayton sets the pick for Connect. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Cleared away by Ayton. Los Angeles has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Bells with the steal. MP right side. Another one goes. Incredible.
Dominating offensively once again. He is making a habit of this.
He's now tied for the 5th most 50-point games in a single season. That puts him in rare company. Here is Keith. Jacks up a 3. It's good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Grizzlies.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage. This was a great team effort by everyone.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Here's Keith. A three-pointer off the mark. Memphis with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. And MP. Throws it down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Connect. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
Now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
MP, how did you approach this game, knowing your team is already set up to advance in the NBA Cup?
Just like any other game, they all count. We're trying to win the cup, but we're also trying to make the playoffs and win a title. So every game matters.
Hay que hacerlo todo.
Sure does, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Jen. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Al...
...16 pérdidas, madre del amor hermoso. Vaciles. La primera de Vaciles. Y me temo que algo está fallando con lo de Puma. Perdón, lo de Adidas. Porque no me ha contado los 2 alley-oops que he hecho. Hay algo que no me han contado en esa misión. Solo llevo uno de 3. Así que son 3 asistencias de alley-oop o alley-oops en un partido. No, algo no está funcionando porque he hecho 2 asistencias de alley-oop. Ah, no. Vale, lo estoy entendiendo mal. Joder, es que tengo que hacer en un partido 3 asistencias y eso lo tengo que hacer 3 veces. Vale. Ahora lo he entendido. Es que está mal, consigue 3 asistencias de alley-oop o alley-oops en un partido. Y eso 3 veces, joder. O sea que tenía que haber seguido intentándolo. Fuck. Claro. Ah. ¿Qué tier es? El 5, ¿no? Tier 5, ¿no? Porque este es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. O sea, tenía que haber seguido intentando alley-oops. Es 3 alley-oops o más. Contra los Timberlovers. Es que me da miedo simular. Me da miedo simular porque Clippers están ahí. Y Pelicans, sí, Pelicans lo tendré que simular porque ya juego contra ellos. Es este. Pero Clippers quiero jugar contra ellos, pero no hemos jugado contra ellos, ¿no? No. Los Clippers de Harden, Kawhi Leonard y Zubac. Tienen fuera a Landale y a Williams. Vale, pues nos quedamos aquí. ¿Y qué misión hemos acabado? Una de Vacile. Y que ha activado a luz Go, o sea, luz verde 50 veces. Tenemos un estandarte de luz verde. Me gusta el Dust is the Night. Vale, y dinero. Bueno, no está mal. Me quedan muchísimos. Bueno, se acabó.